Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So, today we are going to talk about my little tractor here. I use it for all sorts of things, removing tree stumps or moving rocks or using the rototiller on the fields. All in all, it's a very useful thing to have. It is a Kubota L, what was it? 210. It's from the 70s, I think, or 80s, I don't really know. So anyways, I asked the guy who was taking care of it before me when was the last oil change. And he smiled and kindly replied, there was no last time. How awesome is that? So I thought it's about time someone finally does that. So I got the oil, no big deal, and went on looking for an oil filter. And that was a bit of a hassle because I was driving around the city, stopping by all sorts of parts stores, and nobody seemed to have a filter that would fit this engine. Until an hour or so later, I finally found a store that apparently had one in stock that would fit this model. That's what the seller said. So I got the filter and happily drove back home. And that's where the fun began. So I drove the tractor out, removed the drain plug, drained the old oil. Oh man, that was the blackest oil I have ever seen. Removed the old oil filter along with the gasket, screwed the drain plug back in, added the new oil filter along with the gasket, not too tightly, filled up the engine with the new oil so that the level sits between min and max on the dipstick. So far everything seems good, right? So I checked for any leaks. No leaks. Started it up. Still, no leaks. Let it idle for a few minutes. Again, no leaks were found. And so I took it for a spin around the property. So I got back, stopped the tractor somewhere around here. And I know this sawdust already tells you what happened next. I climbed down, checked for any leaks. Again, no leaks. Climbed back up, put it into second gear, and as soon as I did that, I just saw this massive black fountain of oil coming from the oil filter. For the first second I was just staring at it. What the heck is that? And only then I remembered, oh shoot, I gotta stop the engine. First I thought that the gasket got blown, but after a closer inspection it seems that the filter, or the thread inside the filter, got, how should I say, jumped and destroyed. Because if I try to screw the filter back on, it's just loose and impossible to tighten. You'll see it in a moment. See? It just comes loose again. So a question to you guys. What caused it? Because I'm totally out of my league here. Was it the filter? Was the material too weak? And if we compare the new filter with the one that was sitting on the tractor for centuries, let me just get this off. So that's the old filter. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the oil enters through these holes and comes out through the middle. And the old oil filter has more of these holes, but then again, they are smaller than these ones. Does that make a difference? Was the pressure too great? I don't know. But in any case, I got a new oil filter. This one came from UK and cost me 15 of my euros, whereas the one that made a huge mess cost me 3 of my euros. And as you can see, the new one has quite a few of those holes where the oil enters, but then again, I have no idea whether that makes any difference or not. Anyways, now let's get this baby on. Alright, hot question. What do you think? Do you need to put oil in the oil filter before putting it on the engine? Since this filter goes horizontally, I won't do it. I'll just make a huge mess. But if the oil filters go from bottom to top, I do it. What about you guys? Post your thoughts down in the comment section. And in terms of what oil to use, I don't know. I asked a bunch of people and they all gave me a different answer, so I guess I'll just use something in between. Alright, so oil level is now good. Yep, that's good. Battery's in. Now let's start her up and see what happens. Okay, we got her out. Inside the garage, I was actually yelling at the camera, and still you couldn't hear anything I was saying. So far, everything seems good. Everything is nice and clean. Down here as well, except for a bit of diesel. It's leaking from somewhere, I have no idea where, but it doesn't really bother me. It's just a few drops a month, I think. Okay, now let's take her for a spin. Okay, I took it for a spin and everything seems normal. There are no leaks, and hopefully it'll stay that way, because I don't want to be tilling the fields and get engine oil all over my veggies. Now that would be bad now, wouldn't it? Alright, I guess that will be it for today. Please remember to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will be seeing you next time. Bye bye.